that you are doing well and that you're blessed. And I know some of the things I say can be controversial at times. And it's all good. It's all good. I just want you to think. So today's topic is a mind is a terrible thing to waste. In the Masonic world. In the Masonic world, it is. And I say that because, every Masonic jurisdiction is structured just a little bit differently. They are structured a little bit differently. And in my studies, what I've read, what I've come across, what I've applied, and the more I see more of a universality of Freemasonry other than an American standard Freemasonry. I see Masonry outside of the United States versus a lot of people seeing it inside of the United States. And I say that because the older you get, the more travel you should do within the framework of Freemasonry. And I guarantee you that your mindset will change. I guarantee you that. Some years ago, I spoke about female Freemasonry, that I had visited their installation, and man, it set the Masonic world ablaze. What's wrong with you? You shouldn't have gone. You shouldn't have did this. I had some of my own Masonic brothers was telling me, man, that's crazy. You're bogus. You're this. You're that. I was hearing it all. Man. I was like, wow, this is a public installation. You're telling me I shouldn't have gone. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. And now, about 6 years later, you see that the Grand Lodge of England has truly accepted and recognized two Masonic Grand Lodges, one being in England, and I think the other one is somewhere here in the United States, although there are a couple of Grand Lodges, female Grand Lodges here in the United States. And I just laugh at it now. I laugh at it now because brothers was, oh man, ain't no such thing. There can't be. And I'm like, have you guys studied? Have you been outside of the United States? Have you done anything other than sit and become a parrot and regurgitate that which you've heard? Have you done your own research? Have you gotten in your mind? Have you gone? Have you seen? And those are the important things in regards to being a Mason, is to go and to see in search of that which is lost. If you think that I'm saying something that's far-fetched and is crazy, go research it. Go do your own research and find out for yourself. And then if you can show me somewhere I've missed or may said, hey, I'm good. I can say, hey, you know what? Hey, look, this is new to me. And I can adopt that. I can bring that in and have a better understanding of it. So I was talking with some brothers. We had our study session last night. We had a Zoom study session when brothers from various jurisdictions came on, and we was talking in regards to the York Rite degree. York Rite, American Standardized York Rite. Now, if you are outside of the borders of the United States, or maybe even some Grand Lodges practice a different type of York Rite. And I know some of you are like, what? A different type of York Rite? Yeah, there's a Grand Lodge called York Rite Grand Lodge, all of England. York Rite Grand Lodge, all of England. Go look this up. And the way they practice the York Rite degree work is different than what we practice here in the United States. If you are a Scottish Rite Mason, I mean 1 through 33 Scottish Rite Mason, you know for yourself the 13th degree is a York Rite degree. It is called the Royal Lodge degree on the Scottish Rite side. You know that. And I can tell you that it's different in the way it is practiced. If you are truly into the Scottish Rite body of Masonry, you know for yourself, hey, good greetings to you. You know for yourself, the first, second, and third degree is totally different than that which you practice here in the States. Passwords, everything, totally different. And that is the universality of Freemasonry. That's what I like practicing. I like practicing the universality of Freemasonry, not just a standard protocol of Freemasonry. Because that standard protocol, when you go outside of your boundaries, doesn't apply. It does not apply. And that's true. It doesn't apply. So the information that you may think that you have and you may feel this is it, it is not it. It is not it. I was talking with a brother from the UGLE. His name is Brother Wayne. He's fairly new to the UGLE. And we are part of this group called the Benevolent Brotherhood. And within this framework and within this group, there are brothers from all over the place that are in this group. And we talk about how brothers can come together. What is it about us that can unite us in our Masonic workings? We talk about that. And I love the group. I enjoy the group. I enjoy the camaraderie. I enjoy what we try to do and exclaim in the group. I enjoy that. But a lot of people would never get there. They'll never get there because they see Masonry as in their jurisdiction. Your Masonic career, your Masonic activity is based on your Grand Lodge, and that shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Your Masonic journey should not be based upon your Grand Lodge. Your Masonic journey should be based upon you going and seeing and doing for you. That's what it should be based upon. But if you say, well, I'm this and my Masonic journey is based upon that, man, you got a rude awakening. You got a rude awakening coming. And it's just what it is. Even when I speak to my brother Glenn Muhammad from the UK, when I speak to him and he tells me about the places he's gone over in the UK and how he's traveled and what he's seen, he sent me these pictures and he's saying, look, Brother Hawkins, I'm at this castle and this castle is doing this. I'm here at this resort. And when he showed me these things, he's exclaiming and doing all of this. I'm like, man, I need to do that. I need to do that. That's something I want to do. But this is how you're going to really get and see and view Masonry from various points of views other than that of your own. Because when you're so hell-bent in your own point of view regarding Masonry, you have totally missed it. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. When you're so hell-bent on the mere fact that you have to have a Bible on the altar. You have to? No. You don't have to have a Bible on the altar. What you have to have is the great lights. I was going to say the three great lights, but that's an American thing. But the compass, the square, and the burning tables are really the only thing that needs to be there. That is the truth. But because of what we practice and because of what we have brought into Masonry, we would say the volume of sacred law, we would say the Holy Bible, the square, the compass, the three great lights. I've seen when I visited various lodges, the altars pushed all the way up to the east. The altars all the way to the east. And upon that altars is various instruments. Various instruments upon that altar. And I'm like, wow, that's not how we do it. No, it's not how you do it, Hawkins. But that's how it's done here. And it's not to say that the way I do it is incorrect. It is to say that Masonry, no matter where you go, it's not going to be identical to the way you do it. And to even how you see it. It's going to be some differences in there. Your password is going to be slightly pronounced differently. Because as I said before, if you're practicing Scottish Rite Masonry, I mean the pure Scottish Rite Masonry, that first, second, and third degree, those passwords are not like it is here in the States. They're not. They're not pronounced the same, nor are they the same. And that's what I enjoy about Masonry, period, is that it's not the same wherever you go. That's why you're continuing to learn and to continue to bring in different attributes to what Masonry is versus what it is not. And a lot of us miss that because we are so conjoined in our own Masonic Grand Lodge until we miss it. This is why in my travels, I enjoy it. Hey, you getting ready to head off? All right, you too. All right, love you. Hey, make sure you go to urgent care later.
I will.
Okay. All right, get that checked out. I don't want to have to come pick you up. You like your car?
Come and get you.
You like your car?
Yes, I do. I saw it sparkling.
Yeah, it's sparkling. I did that. Mm-hmm.
Gas it up too?
No, I ain't put no gas in it. I'm sorry. Maybe next time. I'm back. I'm back. Well, anyway. Hey, Sister Hawkins. One of the brothers said, hey, Sister Hawkins.
Hey, come have a great day.
All right, will do. Oh, new book, same title. Oh, okay. All right, well, hey, do a magic trick. Oh, wow. No, I'm not into that type of magic. I'm not into that. Where you say do a magic trick. Nah, I don't do magic tricks for people. Nah, nope, don't do it. Well, anyway, what's up, Sonny Sanchez? What's going on with you? Past, present, and future. Greetings to you. How you doing? So getting back to the subject matter at hand, when I talk about a mind is a terrible thing to waste, is because we don't do what we claim that we supposed to be doing out of the first degree. That is the teachers that we're supposed to occupy our minds with useful knowledge. We are. But most of us don't do that. Most of us go about our daily journeys as Masons without even applying any of the things that we have received from the works of being part of this fraternal order, this society of Freemason. We don't apply any of that. And then we want to know what's really going on. Do you apply justice, prudence, fortitude, truth? Do you apply that in your daily journey? Do you? And those are the things you have to ask yourself. These are the things that I had to begin to really focus in and come around and ask myself. I need to start applying these very things that I talk about. Absolutely we do. And that's going to be for the betterment of you who are Masons, for you who are Eastern Stars. When you are part of these different organizations, look at them for what they are and begin to apply that which they have shared with you and see what happens. Same thing applies to my Eastern Star sisters. You know, some of you have asked the question, well, you know, the Eastern Star, they ain't taught me nothing. The reason you haven't been taught anything is because you don't apply that which they have shared with you. How can you be a sister of the Order of the Eastern Star and you haven't applied the 5 points to your life journey? You haven't applied the points. So if you don't apply the points, then no, it's not going to do anything for you. How is it that you are a Mason and you don't apply the instruments or the tools that they have given you, the symbolism? If you don't apply, it does nothing for you. So when you get into this thing we call Freemason, when you get into this thing we call the Eastern Star, a mind is a terrible thing to waste if you don't apply that which has been handed to you. If somebody give you the keys to the door and you say, I can't get in, that's because you haven't applied the keys to open the damn door. So therefore, if now you're frustrated, I ain't going back to that meeting. Why? Man, they ain't doing nothing. They ain't teaching me nothing. A mind is a terrible thing to waste because the ideas and things that they have given you, you don't apply them. So no, it's not going to work for you. No, it's not going to apply to you. No, none of that is going to happen. But until you begin to say, hey, look, you gave me the keys to the door. Let me unlock the door. Wow, I got that part now. Oh, is this really over there? Oh, man, I didn't know this. You begin to apply those things. You got keys in your hands. Open the door. The sisters of the order gave you the 5 points of the order, the 5 herons. Go research those 5 herons. Be it whether you are a sister of Islam, there are 5 herons for you. Go apply and look at those 5 herons and look at how they live their lives and how they carry themselves. Now apply that to you. That's going to help make you the better part of being an Eastern Star. The same thing applies to those of you who are Masons. Your youth, your manhood, your age. Begin to go back and research and see how that is applied, and then take the instruments, the symbolism that they have given you, and exclaim to you their uses and understanding of the knowledge that is within them, because symbolism is the first language. And once you understand that and you begin to apply, you be like, oh, I got that. I understand why they use the chisel with the mallet. I understand why they're talking about the compass, the square, the level, the plumb. How can you apply that to your daily workings, your life? How can you really break down a 24-inch gauge in that matter when you're talking about 8 hours for rest? You're not getting 8 hours of true sleep, true rest. 8 hours for God. You're not praying 8 hours a day. 8 hours for friends and family. You're not applying that. It is equally parted in what you do. Your time is valuable. So yeah, I'm going to take time out of my day to sit and to meditate. Yeah, I'm going to take time out of my day to have good conversation with good people. Yes, I'm going to take time out of my day to work. Yes, all of that applies when equally done. And sometimes it's going to be unbalanced. But when you apply it, then you'll be able to see it. But if it's never applied, you can't see it. The key can open the door as long as you put the key in the correct door. But when you don't do it, it's not going to happen. Absolutely, it's not going to happen. Where are you from? Oh, wow. Thank you for showing us your wasting your mind. I just say a mind is a terrible thing to waste if you don't apply any of the things that you've learned in life to living a successful life. You can have a degree and don't have a job. But if you don't take and apply the degree to anything that's going to put some money in your pocket, it's a wasted degree. So you have your bachelor's of science, your bachelor's of arts, you have your master's in this and your master's of that. Is that putting any money in your pocket, or did you just go pay for a degree and it's not doing anything for you? Have you taken a degree and flipped it and used it to become prosperous because you have invested $25, $40, $50,000 in that degree? It's waste. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. And I figured this: if I'm going to be a part of anything, if I'm going to be in anything that I'm going to invest my money into or anything like that, I want to get something out of it. I want to be able to take that which I've learned from that particular society and apply it to my life and see what they have given me, if it works. If it works, that's what I want to do. I'm not here to waste my time. I'm not here to waste your time. I'm here to say, can I apply this? Will this work for me? Can I get this done? And if it is true and I can get it done, then I'm all in. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. And I keep saying that because I want you to understand that when you are a part of these societies, be whatever they are, take the information they have given you and apply it and see what happens. See for yourself. Check it out for yourself. Many of people who are pledged Greek fraternity, they'll come back and say, man, I wish I'd have never did that. You didn't take what they gave you and applied it. So no, it wasn't for you. Man, I was a Mason, and man, that stuff, you didn't take what they applied or what they gave you and applied it. So no, it doesn't work for you. Being a Mason doesn't work for you because you don't apply it. Being an Eastern Star doesn't work for you because you don't apply it. And this is what I enjoy about my jurisdiction. And you should also find that what you enjoy about yours. Is the mere fact the other day at my chapter meeting, it was one of the better chapter meetings I had been in a while. And I think this was almost 2 weeks ago. And I had the opportunity to sit in each point of the star. And that as I said in each point of the star, questions was asked of me regarding that point. Okay. And I say that because even as a patron in the chapter, it is for you to know the workings of the chapter. How is it I can teach the order and not know the order? You have to understand the order of the Eastern Star patrons in order to be the best patrons. You got to know their passwords, their signs, and all of that stuff too. And how can you talk to a sister about being an Eastern Star when you don't even understand the points? So yeah, as a patron, I sit in each point, and it helps me to understand the order of the Eastern Star better than just being a patron, because I'm supposed to be proficient in that work also. Absolutely, excuse me. My biggest failure with earning money from my education, I can mow a lawn and get paid When you have software, database, website, folks go hard trying to sell it, trying to steal it. Oh man, look, I'm just saying, um, it's awesome when you have a skill set that people need. I'm gonna say that again. It's awesome when you have a skill set that people need. Now you can charge what you want to charge for your skill set. Plain and simple. Get yourself a skill set and see what happens. And if you're really good at it, it's going to be like, wow. Hold on just a second. And shoot, I'm going to have her call me back. That's my thing. You know. So this is where we're at. We must be able to forge ahead and understand the things that lie ahead the things that lie ahead of us in this thing we call Freemasonry. We must be able to do that. You know, killing the golden goose problem, but I don't like being that goose. Oh my goodness. Mr. Hawkins, you better not talk about Freemasonry. Well, I am talking about it. Absolutely, I am. Friendly Lodge, number 19, Most Wishful Harem, Tyree Grand Lodge. Greetings and welcome aboard. How you doing, my brother? You know, yes, I'm doing exactly that. As a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to do some traveling here real soon. And I can't wait to do it. And also for my brothers of the craft who are part of the Nation of Islam, yesterday was the last day for Savior's Day. That was in Chicago. I want to send you my congratulations on a successful Savior's Day. It was beautiful. I had an opportunity to watch it. Sorry I couldn't be there. Although I want to send a big shout out to Brother Hugh Waleed Muhammad here in San Diego, Mosque number 9. I want to say thank you for the invite. Thank you for what you was about to do for me. And to Brother Tony Muhammad out of Los Angeles, I want to say thank you for what you was about to do for me. I want you to know how grateful I am. And that's not his name anymore. His name was changed. But with that being said, I'm grateful for the invite. I'm grateful for the confirmation in the good word from the minister himself on yesterday. And for everyone who attended, man, big shout out to you. Greetings to you, Save the Earth IP. Greetings to you. So as we talk about a mind being a terrible thing to waste, it's only terrible when you don't apply the things that have been given to you to help you be successful. Whether you are a part of the historical Black college Greek fraternity, or whether you're an Eastern Star, or whether you are a Freemason regardless of your jurisdiction. If you don't apply any of the things that has been given to you, no, you're not going to enjoy any of it. You're not going to get anything out of any of it because you didn't receive it. They gave you a set of keys, but you didn't put the key in the knob to turn it open. You didn't open the door with the key. So therefore, it's not going to apply to you. It's not going to be for you. It's not. So everything you do, everything you have, it is not going to be for you because you didn't apply it. Oh, and by the way, I want to send my boy Fahim Knight from the Grand Lodge of North Carolina, PHA. I want to send him a big shout out, brother, from me to you. And I'm going to say this. I love you. I love you because of you gave me the opportunity when you came to San Diego to look out for your daughter. And that was truly an honor. And I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. And I pray that your health will return and that you then will be able to do the things that you enjoy doing. That's from me to you to Brother Fahim Knight. That's a brother for you. Real talk. You are not going to enjoy unless you are a regular Mason. Well, I tell you what, just don't call it Masonry. If you want to have that serious conversation, I can give you a number to call. Because if you're talking regular Mason, define regular Mason to me, because everybody talking about regular Mason, define it. You're in this chat, define regular Masonry to me, because What I've gotten out of Masonry is beautiful. I've traveled to foreign countries outside of the United States as a Mason. I've done that. Have you? That's a question. Have you? We can do that, Mr. Hawkins. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do that. As a matter of fact, hold on. Let me walk. We can do that. I don't mind. We can do that. Hold on just a second. I want to see something. Yeah, definitely. We can do that. Let's see. Oh, shit. I'll tell you what. Here's what we'll do. If you really want to do that, I'm gonna give you my number. Text me, and I will send you a link to where we can link in, and everybody can be here and watch what we're going to talk about. We can do that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, because being a regular Mason is just like taking fiber. You go to the bathroom every day, makes you regular. True that. You know. So yeah, why don't you hit? This is my number. I'm gonna give you my number right now. It is 858-707-5582. You can text me at that number. Send me your email, and I will send you a link to a Zoom, and then we'll come back on and we will have that discussion today. We'll talk. I'm going to say this again. If you want to have that conversation today, just do it. Don't call it masonry. My number is 858-707-5582. Text me at that number, and I will send you a Zoom link, and we can come back on and have this conversation. Since you're so regular, and it will be okay. It'll be all good. I have no problems with that whatsoever, because like I tell anybody, man, get all you can out of this thing. Enjoy Masonry. Enjoy it. And you're talking about, well, you can't enjoy it unless you're regular. That's a bunch of quap. If you talking about, oh, if you ain't PHA, or if you ain't mainstream, then no, you can't do it. Man, that's so played out. That is so outdated, and everything else. It's truly outdated. And you ain't really, if you call yourself, no, I'm not going to even do that. I'm not going to even do it, because that will be lowering my standards to even come to where you're at. So I'm not going to do it. Save the planet. Not sure what you mean, brother. Oh, no. Now, look, I'm going to give you my number. This is the last time. Listen up. 858-707-5582 is my number. Text me at that number. And the time now is Pacific Standard Time. That's the time. You text me, I'm going to come back here live, and then I'll set up a Zoom, and you can come on. We can have this conversation. Absolutely, we can. If you think you all of that in a bag of chips regarding Freemasonry, we can have the conversation. I'm okay with it. Hit me up. You know, it's just what it is. And anybody else who wants to join that Zoom, you can text me at that number, and I'll send you the link too. Because this irregular thing is played out, man. It's really old. I mean, I've been in these different groups for years, and you go around and around and around in a circle. Nothing has changed. There have been members who are Prince Hall, who have left Prince Hall. They have joined other Masonic Grand Lodges. There are members who have been in my Grand Lodge that have joined Prince Hall. There are members who have been in International who have joined my Grand Lodge. There are members who have been in these. It's a circle. It's a vicious circle, and you're all pulling from the same. You're all fishing in the same damn pond. Plain and simple. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. We're fishing from the same pond. PHA, International Modern Free, okay? John G. Jones, We're all fishing from the same pond. P-H-O-P-A. We all fishing from the same pond. We're all going to the same church. We're living probably in the same neighborhoods. We're going to the same clubs. Man, it's crazy. He said, I think we are regular, but unexpectedly weird around here, like West Coast Canada. Was that Rastafari? They're oh man, yeah. He said they are all bogus. Oh my God, are we here doing this today? A mind is a terrible thing to waste. Oh my goodness, you people in your regularity regarding Freemasonry. The Grand Lodge of England said that the female Grand Lodges are regular Masons. They're regular Masons. So I guess you agree with that too, don't you? Oh yeah, he probably does. He probably does. You know, we should put the egos and pride aside, come together, or at least start working together. I'm a SWOL. That sounds great. That's a beautiful thing. I'm back. Is the live acting up or is it me? No, it was acting up. It was acting up. It was acting up. I'm back. So look, I know some of you have been here with me for a minute, and I'm glad you're here, man. And I just want each of you to know that when you join the Freemasons or the Eastern Stars, any other jurisdiction that you choose to join, when you join them, please, when they are giving you this information regarding the sisterhood or regarding the brotherhood, apply that information. Get all you can out of it. Enjoy the craft. Have fun with it. Visit other Masonic jurisdictions that has mutual recognition with you. Enjoy the brotherhood. Enjoy the sisterhood. Enjoy it. Don't worry about these clowns that come on and want to take from it and want to say these things. You need to enjoy the brotherhood. Enjoy the sisterhood. Because this is all you're going to ever get out of it. If you don't apply it, it's not going to be for you. It is not. Didn't hear nothing I said. Oh, wow. What about now? Can you hear me now? SWL, can you hear me now? The live was acting up. The live was definitely acting up. I'm back, though. That's the question. Can you hear me now? Okay. Yeah, the live did act up. It did act up. Absolutely. So when we get back into the formation of understanding the symbolism and enjoying the craft of Freemasonry and understanding that a mind is a terrible thing to waste when you allow someone else to dictate to you what is and what isn't, instead of doing your own research and coming up with your own conclusion based upon your own information and building those bridges and having those friendships with other brothers and sisters in the various different jurisdictions and crafts, you have missed Masonry. You missed it. You have missed it. And that's all I'm saying. Until you do that, until you understand that, you're going to be going around in this circle and debating people about some shit that they don't even own. This guy here that's called himself, don't talk about Masonry or don't call it Masonry. He doesn't own Masonry. He doesn't own this society that so many of us are a part of. And really, a lot of us really enjoy the camaraderie of the brotherhood, of the sisterhood. He's so hell-bent on making sure or calling out someone else until he's missed what it should be to him. That's one thing you're not going to find me doing. I'm not here to destroy or to take down or to say something to bring somebody else down. I'm here to lift up. Now, we can agree to disagree, but I'm not going to be here trying to break you down and tear you down. I'm not going to do that. I will not do that. No, when you come into these organizations such as the Freemason and the Order of the Eastern Star, man, all I can ever tell you is to enjoy it, because you're going to invest your time and your money. Being a Mason is in the heart. A card is just a card. If it's meant, if it meet many F and AM brothers that don't even understand what they are part of. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, you know, I've said this so many times. I have a Prince Hall ritual. I have several of them from different states. I do. So your work, as you want to call it, regular, is no different than that of international. Let's be truthful about it. You know, I'm not breaking anyone down. You have rules. You're right. When you have rules, you abide by your rules and I abide by mine. You are absolutely correct. But you're on this page, which doesn't even recognize you as a Mason because you don't see me as such. And here we are, two black men going back and forth over something that we don't even own. We sound like some gang members on some damn corner. We pay taxes and we don't own anything. You don't own the street that the cars go on. You can't tell a person what street to drive down. All of them are streets. And such as in Freemasonry. Now you can say, hey, you're not recognized by PHA, and that's true. I'm not. And I'm not willing and asking them for anything. Nothing at all. But however, with that being said, you can keep that over there. If you don't like what I'm doing here, why are you even here? I don't go on the think tank page. I don't go over there at all talking about none of that stuff that they be talking about. I don't do that. You know why? I have respect for me. But here you are on this page. Man. What are the statuses of your Grand Lodge and PHA Grand Lodge of Louisiana? It's good status. It's a good status. I enjoy having a conversation with Grandmaster Ralph Slaughter. I do. Very respectful guy. You can agree to disagree with him. Very respectful guy, man. I enjoy our conversation. When we talk, we talk. He's called me. I have called him. And our status is that of brotherly love, relief, and truth. That's the status. You know? Look. You don't see me over on the think tank side doing anything like you do over here. But I'm glad you're here. I'm just going to say that. I'm glad you're here. Louisiana isn't irregular. They are regular. The only reason you're saying Louisiana is irregular is because they're not with you. Louisiana is regular. They're not with you. So anything not with you, you call irregular. You call clandestine. You call bogus. I'm telling you, you sound like a gang member. You sound like somebody who's not done anything other than become a Prince Hall Mason, and that's all you know. That's all you would ever know. Yeah, that's what you sound like. So you're here on this page causing disruptions and trying to keep me from getting my message out to those who may want to be a Mason. Maybe they want to join Prince Hall, but watching you and your ethics and the way you carry yourself, who wants to be part of anything like that? Who wants that? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Who wants to be part of something like that, to where you're always in someone else's business? As far as me, in my concern is that if you don't bother me, I'm not going to bother you. I'm not. Absolutely. And I leave it at that, because I'm going to do me and you should do you. This is how we should treat each other. They used to tell me modern free was bogus, but they listed and have a section in the Smithsonian Institute about black. And yeah, they do. They do. If you go to that museum in Washington, D.C., you will see modern, you will see them in there. You will see modern free in there. Absolutely, you will. where you get your charter. Man, look, a Grand Lodge doesn't have a charter. Talk back to me. Does a Grand Lodge have a charter? Yes or no? I'll wait. Since that's what you like to throw, where you get your charter. Does a Grand Lodge have a charter? Or does a Grand Lodge issue charters? A Grand Lodge doesn't have no charter. Because if a Grand Lodge has a charter, that means that someone who gave that Grand Lodge its charter can come and take it. Listen to me again, any of you Masons who are out here. A Grand Lodge doesn't have a charter. It issues charters. Because if a Grand Lodge has a charter, the individual group of people who gave that Grand Lodge its life can come at any time and take it because it belongs to them. The charter belongs to the people who gave it. That's a fact. If your Grand Lodge receives a charter from another entity, that means to tell me that that entity at any time it feels like it can come and take that charter because it belongs to them. A Grand Lodge does not issue charter. A Grand Lodge issue charters. Nobody gives a Grand Lodge a charter. You didn't name one Grand Lodge of Prince Hall that got a charter from UGLE. Name me one. Begging to be accepted. He's just begging to, we got our charter. You name me one Grand Lodge under the PHA banner that received a charter from the Grand Lodge of England. Majority of the independent Grand Lodges in the South were lettered ancient, free, and accepted Masons. They turned their backs on these guys, or at least in my area. They were. A lot of the independent Grand Lodges were ancient, free, and accepted Masons. The Grand Lodge of Alabama was ancient, free, and accepted Masons. And when they had the meeting in Hot Springs, Arkansas, they asked all the Grand Lodges that came to that meeting to change their name from the ancient, free, and accepted to PHA. They did that. I call it stolen legacy. That's why I call it. But hey, that's my opinion. It's just an opinion. African Lodge is a single entity. A single entity cannot issue a charter to a Grand Lodge. A single entity like a lodge cannot issue a charter to a Grand Lodge. Name me one lodge that issued a charter. Name me one lodge, a single lodge that issued a charter to a Grand Lodge. PHO has that same history you just said, 459. They have the same identical history. As a matter of fact, 459 was dissolved in order to make up the Grand Lodge, the PHA Grand Lodge, which was called Prince Hall Grand Lodge in Massachusetts. Okay? Brother Hawkins, Grand Lodges too have numbers. I'm not familiar to whether a Grand Lodge has a number or not. I'm gonna be honest with you. Brother, I'm gonna say this again. Name me one Grand Lodge that received a charter, a Grand Lodge that received a charter from the United Grand Lodge of England. Name me one. Name me one Prince Hall Grand Lodge that received a charter. Not a lodge, but a Grand Lodge, since you say your Grand Lodge has a charter. Name me one. I thought until 1813 a sub-lodge could charter a lodge. I never said I'd never heard of it. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to step out on a limb because I actually know this because I spoke with the person. On YouTube, there is a lodge It is, and the only reason this happened, is because this lodge was around before the system of Grand Lodges was existed. So you are right. You are absolutely right. A lodge, and I've seen it, and it's on YouTube, and it's overseas, and I can't think of the name of the lodge right offhand. They in turn did issue a charter to other lodges, but this is before the Grand Lodge system as we know it today. Okay, this is before the Grand Lodge system as we know it today. So after the Grand Lodge structure as most of us practice today, after that structure was developed, then it said that a Grand Lodge was formed in a few ways. One is through convention, where a group of Masons came together, organized themselves into a Grand Lodge, and began to issue charter to those lodges. That's one way. One is where 3 lodges came together and organized themselves into a Grand Lodge, okay, and began to issue charters to other to other lodges. Those are the ways in which a Grand Lodge was organized until the structure for which most of us practice was established. Now, when you're looking at the most African Lodge 459, when you're looking at that lodge, that was after that. That lodge came way after that even happened. So that's why I say a lodge in today's system, if that's what you look at, if that's something you're practicing, a lodge in today's system cannot issue a charter to another lodge. It cannot, according to the system. If you're going to say these are the rules, if you're going to do that, no, they can't. I thought it had to be 4 lodges with predominantly white lodges. No. No, the system itself, in 1928, if I'm not mistaken, the UGLE, along with the Grand Lodge of Ireland and Scotland, formulated the process that said that in order for a Grand Lodge to be established, you needed 3 lodges, okay? And those lodges must be already, you need 3 lodges. Now, where these 3 lodges come from, they didn't say, but they said you needed 3 lodges. So these lodges must receive a charter from other lodges, and then they formulate themselves into a Grand Lodge. And then they themselves give back the charters that was given to them from the Grand Lodge. Now, if you want to get down with the get down, in order for what we know in regards to PHA, not PHO, but PHA, then they in turn needs to give back their Grand Lodge, that charter back to England. But you know, they can't do it. You can't give that warrant back, that charter back. You can't give it back to them. Plain and simple. So look, I've been on here for about an hour. I just want to thank everybody who's come along and joined me. Thank you, and I appreciate you. Man, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Please, if you're going to enjoy this society of Freemasonry, if you're going to get in it and really work your way around it, man, take those working tools, those symbolism that they've given you, apply them to your daily journey and see what happens with that. If you're Eastern Star, learn about those 5 herons. If you're a sister of Islam, please learn about those 5 herons in the book, in the Quran. When you learn about them, apply those to your lifestyle, your life, your way of life, and watch what happens. Watch what happens. But until we begin to do that, we're always going to have this back and forth. And this guy came on here interrupting the harmony of this particular episode. And it's okay. It's okay because everybody don't know. And apparently he doesn't know. That's why he's here. Just don't call him Mason. That's why he's here. And I'm glad he's here. I hope that you have texted me your information, because I'm going to hit you up. I'm going to give you a date in regards to coming live and having this conversation. and we can move from there, man. I'm not the dude to shy away from stuff like that. I'm not. My goal as a brother of the craft is to tell everyone enjoy the craft. That's me. Now, if you'd have made me 5 or 6 years ago doing this here thing, I'd have been hell bent. It's called growth. It's called growth. It's called getting outside your box. It's called learning. It's called getting, just educating yourself on things that you are a part of. So until next time, peace and be well. Whatever you do, stay at the bush and keep your light on. I'm not your study guide, but I'm here to help you study. Continue the journey. Peace and be well. Blessings to you and your family. I'm out.